Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Iggy's Bodybuilding Camp. Today's video is going to be a heavy push workout with primary focus on squats. I'll go quite in depth on my squat workout. I'll show you the warm-up, the incremental increase in weight as I do my sets. Sitting in my car waiting for my gym partner to get here. It is hot outside today. As you can see, I'm sweating. I have my BCAAs on deck, which I'll be sipping on intro workout. Strawberry and kiwi flavor. Feeling quite tired, to be honest. Had a long day at work, lots of meetings, a 1 hour drive. I was quite far from where my gym is. So hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the end of the workout. I typically start off all my heavy sets by doing one warm-up set first, and then I follow it with my 4 working sets. Because this was my first exercise of the day, I did 2 warm-up sets. The first set was for about 10 reps and the second set was for about 8, and that's just really to get the blood into those muscles, to loosen the joints, get the fluid into the knee and the ankle and the hip joint, and really just feel the range of motion, prepping my body for the heavier weight. You know, I wanted to discuss the topic of squat depth. It's quite contentious. A lot of people believe that you have to go ass to grass, otherwise the rep isn't a proper rep. Some believe that you don't even have to go parallel. My personal view is that going parallel is about perfect. It's all about keeping the tension in the muscle, and for me, I have to be careful because I've had reconstructive knee surgery in the past, and I make sure that I'm going to a depth where I've done the rep to its maximum without putting undue stress on my joints, specifically my knee joint. You know, I really enjoy the squat. It's an exercise where you work so many different muscles. The importance in doing the squat is to keep a good tempo, you know, continue the set without too many pauses, and really maintain the movement. It's also important to ensure that you're testing yourself. You know, too many people do sets which aren't challenging enough. You know, the weight that they're putting on their backs, it's not significant enough. Some people go the other way. They use way too much weight and then they don't even hit parallel. So effectively, you're doing a cheat rep and you're not gonna make the gains you want to make over a long period of time, because you're developing some muscles but not others for that exercise. So it's very important to make sure that you're using the correct technique at all times, and a technique which suits your body. It's also really key to understand the dangers of doing a squat improperly and the impact it can have specifically on your lower back. If you can see, as I'm doing the squat here, my lower back is always tight. It's tucked in. There's no rounding of the back as I go down, and that is so important when you do your squats. You know, your back is a very sensitive area and you cannot put it under undue pressure by using the wrong technique. And the last set I did here, I really pushed myself on my last sets. I weigh 73 kilos and this is almost double my body weight, and it's really just to make sure that you've torn those last fibers and put your body under the right amount of stress to force growth. You know, that's effectively what this is about. And yeah, I mean, the squat for me is just such a fantastic compound exercise. It works so many muscles and really gets the adrenaline flowing and preps you for the rest of the workout. I think it's also important to understand that the reason why I do the reps the way I do them is because I'm trying to train to a certain level where I'm able to continue training at the same intensity for the whole of the workout. There is no point in going to failure on the first set, because effectively you've burnt out your central nervous system and the rest of your entire session is going to suffer. I make sure that I stick to around 80 to 90% of my maximum kind of capacity. You have to have that feel for yourself when you're doing the exercise. You'll know when you're almost at failure, and you'll know when you're hitting complete failure. I make sure that I never do the exercise where I'm hitting complete failure unless it's my very last set and I'm going to be going home. But otherwise I'll always keep a little bit in the tank, and that is so critical because you want to maximize the workout. You don't want to put 100% in the first 15 minutes of your workout, and then because you're burnt out you're putting 50% for the remaining 45 minutes of your workout. You want to put 90% for the whole hour of your workout, and that's the aim. As always, I do a variety of exercises. You just saw the standing calf raises. You have to go quite heavy, and then I did my walking lunges as usual. Love the exercise. This is one of my last sets on the incline bench. I've previously spoken about this. I do not do flat bench because I believe that the incline bench and dips works your chest sufficiently. Incline will work your chest, the upper chest to its maximum, and the decline works the lower chest to its maximum. So doing this flat bench, again, it's just, I don't see the benefit. Dorian Yates is another guy who has previously spoken about this and said that he never ever did the flat bench because he felt it put undue pressure on the shoulder joint, and I absolutely feel that when I'm doing it. So again, it's about longevity. I want to be training for the next 10, 15, 20 years, and staying injury free is a really, really important element of that. As always, I finish off my chest workout with some flies, making sure I'm feeling the stretch and the squeeze. And then the push workout moves on to the shoulder press. I vary the shoulder press up into different routines. Sometimes I do the standing shoulder press, sometimes I do the seated one. You can go a lot heavier with the seated shoulder press, which is good, but then at the same time you don't get the same workout on the core as you do when you do a standing one. But as always, it's good to vary it. And you can see here I'm doing a weight which is challenging, and I'm doing enough reps where I get to around about 90% of my maximum capacity. I absolutely love working shoulders, love the pump you get. This is my favorite tricep exercise. I feel it works the long head of the tricep really effectively. The next day you can feel the pain, that you've really trained hard. You can feel the stretch on the way down and the squeeze on the way up. I absolutely love it. I tend to couple this with the tricep pull downs, and specifically using the rope. Here the key is not to go too heavy. You need to make sure that you're using good technique here, and that it means being able to really straighten your arm all the way down and squeeze that tricep, getting that mind muscle connection on point, making sure that you're feeling the exercise and getting the maximum out of it. Hi guys, just finished my session. I'm tired, but I'm happy. I had one of those weird sessions where I went in feeling like I was gonna have a weak flat session, but as soon as I stepped under the weight and I did a few squat warm-up sets, the blood started flowing and I just hit the weights hard. I felt really good. My shoulders and my triceps, they're all feeling full of blood, feeling strong. And there is something about lifting heavy weights. This was a heavy push day for me. There's something about lifting heavy weights that ignites that primal instinct in you. It gets the blood flowing, it gets the testosterone and the adrenaline pumping, and it just awakens the beast inside you. I really understand the meaning of beast mode quick shout out to my boy Hassan Nakvi. He filmed the whole workout, no complaints from him, you know, regardless of the fact that he's had a tough session or he might have done a hard set, his arms might be feeling like jelly, he was there recording it all, so much respect to him. Really appreciate that. I'm gonna go home now, have a protein shake, relax for a bit, shower up, and then I'm gonna have my dinner. Looking forward to it. I've saved myself well over 1,000 calories so I can have a nice hefty dinner. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to comment, like, share and subscribe. Keep training hard, live the life, be the best version of yourself that you can be, and I will see you next time.